Yo people, I'm super stoked. I've been waiting for a day just like today for a while now. It's winter in Belgrade and we haven't had a lot of these perfectly clear days in a little bit. The weather's not that bad, it's been a little bit warm, but like a clear day where you can see forever, not that common. So today I'm gonna take you out to Avala Tower. It's one of the top tourist sites in Belgrade, but it's like way outside the city. So if you come to Belgrade, you're definitely gonna take public transit to get there. I know there's a really easy bus that runs there in the summer and I would use Move It to find out which one. After that, the other place I've told you guys you should go, especially in the summer, if you want to go swimming, you should come out to Ada Ciganlija. It's another place you should take the bus, but I'm hoping I have time today to jump on my bike and head down there. I'll go for a swim. Honestly, in December, most people are not swimming outdoors in Belgrade, but having moved here from Latvia, I really miss cold water swimming. We used to live right on the Bay of Riga and I go swimming like pretty often all winter long. So all that said, let's head out. I'll see you guys at Mount Avala. We made it to Avala Tower. I'm super stoked. It's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful day to go up. There is a bus stop back there. It's bus number 400 you could take. It'll take you right out here. Just so you know, the road is pretty windy, so if you get car sick, super worthwhile. You should do it, but just be ready for some windy roads. Even approaching the tower on the road is really pretty. It's like the tower is just imposing. Like the mountain itself, or Avala Hill, I guess, the hill itself is not all that huge, but the tower on top just looks like awesome and imposing. Definitely worth doing. This is the spot where you're gonna go ahead and buy tickets. And there are dogs everywhere here. Next time I come, I'll definitely have to bring some doggy treats. Here we are, we made it. I'm super excited. When we come back in March, our good Serbian friend Gandhi has offered to bring us to a bunch of sites, Avala Tower included. I'm super excited to come with him because he really knows Serbian history. He's also just a really cool guy. It'll be great for you all to meet him. But for today, it's just me. So let's see what's up with that view in Avala Tower. I didn't think about the fact, of course, the whole column is concrete, so you don't get one of those beautiful sky elevators. But I think it's gonna be all right. Pretty stoked to step out. Let's see how long this takes. Fair. It's 122 meters up in the sky. It's pretty far. Here we go. Just a few cool things to know. So Avala Tower is the tallest structure in the Balkans. Overall, it's over 200 meters tall. Although, of course, the observation deck is at 122 meters, so don't expect to be so far up in the sky. Still, you can kind of see forever. It's really, really cool. The stated purpose is a telecommunications tower, so of course, that would make it a pretty valuable military target, and it was destroyed by NATO in 1999. The rebuilt version was inaugurated in 2010. The reconstruction of the tower was carried out by Serbian architects and engineers, so it's a source of national pride and kind of like a symbol of progress and resilience for the Serbian people. The last thing is that the tower has like a triangular cross section that you can see from the outside, and I've heard it's supposed to symbolize the Serbian Trinity and like national identity. It definitely looks super unique, and I wonder, like, does the Trinity have to do with the spiritual Trinity? I mean, Serbia definitely feels like a deeply religious and Orthodox place, so it wouldn't surprise me if the national identity is like really caught up with the Orthodox Church. But if you know, I'd appreciate it if you throw it in the comments for me, because I don't really know. So as the Serbian Trinity is a symbol of national identity, is it the spiritual Trinity, like Father, Son, and Holy Spirit style? This is super awesome. Even with the little that I know, there are a few things that I can really tell. The first one is if you come over here towards the north, you can kind of see out towards the Danube, and then past the Danube, there's really like nothing. It gets really flat. I guess it's kind of really smoggy right now. That's Vojvodina. It's gonna be like super flat. Whereas if we go around and we look towards the south, you're gonna see the total opposite. You begin to see it gets a little bit mountainous. And then we'll come back, hopefully check out these binoculars. Because right in the middle, we've got Belgrade here. It's gonna be super cool and pretty. But it's interesting just how different it looks in the south. As always, those mountains are calling my name. I need to get out in them. Haven't been able to get there yet. In the spring, I'm gonna make it happen. All right, let's go see what we can see in those binoculars. Near the top of the hill here, you can see like the green dome structure. That's St. Sava's temple downtown. It's cool. I did not realize we'd be able to see so much of Belgrade. Of course, Belgrade's a pretty hilly city, and so being far away, we can't see over the hills towards the Danube or anything. But still super cool. Several landmarks that we can see. And over here in the background, you can see that tall kind of skyscraper, weird looking building. That's like the super modern tower that was built along the Belgrade waterfront. If you watch my biking videos, you'll see we go right by it. It's really pretty actually. That weird White House kind of looking building on the top of the hill out there is really close to our house, which is cool that we can almost really see home. What's super crazy about that White House is it is literally someone's home. There's also this monument to the unknown hero from World War I, so we'll go up and check it out. But it's gonna be awesome to come back here with our friend Gandhi, because he knows all kinds of stories. He was telling me about it, but in true tourist fashion, I can't remember any of the things he was telling me. So you'll have to watch out when we come back. And then of course, the men's bathroom is straight down into the forest. Not really. So in lots of other places I've seen like monuments to unknown soldiers and things like that. I really appreciate in Mexico, there's like monuments to the children that were heroes in the revolution. And it's cool how it kind of stands out because it's very different. I haven't seen a lot of monuments to the children that were heroes. What's cool about this monument is the monument to the unknown hero. It just kind of acknowledges in World War I there were all kinds of heroes, and not all of them were soldiers. The monument to the unknown hero here at Belgrade is dedicated to the unidentified Serbian soldiers who lost their lives during World War I. And it's kind of like a piece of gratitude and remembrance for their sacrifice. But I really like the sentiment of the fact that it's like unknown hero. Well, not all heroes are soldiers. From my perspective, I'd say some heroes have 4 legs. It was designed by a Croatian sculptor and architect who's considered one of the greatest artists in the Balkans. It's actually pretty common, I think, that there's Croatian art, and there's still this sense of kind of Yugoslavian identity. So when there's a monument that's designed by Russians, people are very clear to tell you like, oh, this monument was designed by Russians. But when they're designed by Croatians, it has a very different sentiment. Like people kind of see Croatia still as part of the national identity. Of course, being a mountaintop, there used to be a fort up here, but it was demolished in order to make way for the new structures. I really like the design of the monument. It kind of reminds me of like a stepped pyramid. Actually, it really reminds me of a lot of monuments that I've seen in Mexico. And I've never been to Chichen Itza yet, but it kind of feels like a throwback to that era and at the same time super modern. It's a really cool place, and it definitely does feel really peaceful here. Maybe it's just because I'm here in winter and there really aren't many people here, but I always think it's cool when you can kind of like feel the energy of a place, and this place really does feel peaceful. It's cool. Speaking of reminding me of Mexico, these people in the monument, these sculptures of people like really remind me of Mexican monuments. And the monument is guarded by these 8 female statues. They represent the different regions of Yugoslavia, which is really cool. It kind of does convey this sense that even though Yugoslavia is broken up, they still really feel and see the whole region as united. Like even though these are now different countries, they still are our people. And these 8 female statues really feel like they are straight out of Mexico. Like this whole place really feels like this monument could have just been transported directly from Mexico to Serbia. And it does kind of make sense. Like, I don't know what it is, but everywhere I go in Serbia, I feel like there's this kinship between Mexico and Serbia. I've definitely heard from lots of Serbians, they kind of consider themselves the Mexico of Europe. Well, in a place like this, it feels like it. All right, so I made it back to my bicycle, headed over to Ada Ciganlija. We're gonna go for a swim, and it's going to be awesome. It's a short little bike ride from here, so I'm just gonna leave the video on because you know I love that bike riding video. Let's do it. This area up here is called Ada Stonehenge. It's just kind of cool little art installation, but it's fun, I dig it. And right now, being the Christmas season, you can see that they've set up this little ice skating rink. It's really cool. I wish I had time to do it. Here we are at the lake Ada Ciganlija. Ada is like a river island, and Ciganlija is like gypsies, like the Roma people from Romania. So this place is named after the island that's on the other side of the lake from where we are now, and it's like the Gypsies River Island. It's connected like at least on one side to the mainland, so it's not so much of an island anymore, but I think it was the old Roma settlement, and it makes sense. Like Romania is super nearby, so there probably were a lot of people traveling through here, and they just gave this population kind of a place a little bit outside the city to settle and make their own. You can see why this place is popular. It's like really nice paths going around this beautiful little tranquil lake. And the water's clean. I'm not sure if it's fed from a spring underneath or what, but it's definitely much cleaner than the rivers. The beaches are a little bit rocky, but they're not so bad. It's like a really nice place to just hang out, have a drink, get active. It's about 8 kilometers all the way around, so it's kind of a long run or a short bike ride for most people. So this place is super cool. You can see the lines out in the middle of the river. In the summer, there's like water skiing triangles that are kind of going around in this pulley system. So you can rent a wakeboard or water skis, and then like no boat or anything. You just kind of go around in a circle. There's jumps. It's a really cool spot. And that's about it. So you can see, Ada is pretty awesome. Mostly in the summer, of course. It's a place people come to do outdoor sports, hang out by the lake, get some drinks, maybe get some meat off the grill. But even in the winter, a lot of people out getting active. Not a lot of people swimming like I'm about to. Next time I see y'all, it's gonna be back in the US. If you're interested in the things I'm excited to go see, check out the video here on the end screen. Ciao, ciao.